Assalamu alaikum class 8. I hope you all are fine and healthy. Students, today we are going to start our second chapter, Axis 2013, Design View, Queries, Forms and Reports. In this chapter we will cover the following topics: Design View, Queries, Forms and Reports. A table in Microsoft Access can be created in two ways, using the datasheet view and design view. In the previous chapter, we have learned about the datasheet view and how to work with tables in this view. Let us now learn how to create a table in design view. The design view gives us more control in setting the properties for tables, forms, and etc. Although you can create a table in the design view, but data can be added only in the datasheet view. In a database with thousands of records, finding information is difficult. To make this job easier, Access 2013 provides features like forms, queries, reports. Now let's discuss these features. Number 1, forms. Forms provide an easy to use method for entering and editing data for those who are not familiar with Access. Queries allow you to select data from a table or tables as per your requirement. They allow you to change and rearrange data and then use it as a source for forms and reports. Reports give us data in a printer-friendly format. Now let us learn how to create table in design view. Open Database 1 to add more tables to the database. Click the Create tab and under Tables group, click the Table button to open the Datasheet view, or under the Tables group, click the Table Design button to open the Design view. The design page opens. The table design page consists of two parts with various subparts. Number 1, field definition grid, and number 2, field properties area. Let's discuss about various subparts. This is field selector, data type column, description column. The top part of the table design page consists of field selector. How to use field selector? Now let's discuss. Click on any field selector to select a field. You can then insert a row above the selected field, delete a row or drag a row up or down to reposition the field in the table. The field selector also identifies the primary key field of the table by displaying the primary key icon, a key with a right pointing arrow. The top part of the table design page consists of field name column. It contains the field names for the table you create. Description column. It contains an optional description of the field. Data type column. Data type column specifies the type of data that the field can contain. By default, the ID field in a new table is assigned the auto number data type, and if you add a new field in design view, it is assigned the short text data type. You can change a field's type by clicking on the arrow next to the entries in the data type. You can change a field's type by clicking on the arrow next to the entries in the data type column. Select a new data type from the list that appear on clicking the arrow. create a table named employee information having fields employee ID, employee name, employee salary and employee department number. First, create a database using blank desktop database. Click to create tab. Under tables group, click on table design. The design view opens. Notice that the design tab appears under table tools. In the field definition grid, under the field name column type employee ID. In the data type column, select a data type from the drop down list. Then move to the next column and type a small description about the field. Add 3 more fields, employee name, employee salary and employee department number with data type short text, number and number respectively. Employee ID field selector and then click on the design tab. In the tools group, click the primary key button. The field employee ID will now become the primary key. Now click the file tab and select save. The save as dialog box appears. Enter table name as employee information and click OK. To add data in a table, you must switch from design view to datasheet view. Select the datasheet view from the view option of the design tab. Setting the primary key. A primary key field contains unique data for each record. Every table needs a primary key to identify records uniquely. Access source table data by the primary key field. Access does not add an ID field automatically to new tables in design view. 2 ways of setting the primary key in an Access 2013 table are: select the field to be set as primary key. Click primary key in the tools group of the design tab. Alternatively, right click the field selector of the column that will be the primary key. Select primary key from the short menu. After you set the primary key, a key icon will appear in the gray selector area to the left of the field's name. Removing the primary key. To remove the primary key, click primary key in the tools group or in the shortcut menu. The small key in the raw selector will disappear. The primary key button works as a toggle to turn key fields on or off. To add a lookup field, first need to know what is lookup field. Lookup field is a field with a list of values from which a user can choose the desired value rather than typing individual values. The value appear in a drop-down list. In datasheet view, click the field header and select lookup and relationship from the drop-down list. Or in add and delete group on fields tab, click more fields button. In the basic type section, click lookup and relationship. Or in design view, click drop down menu in data type cell to the new field grade, select lookup wizard. Any of these actions will open the lookup wizard. Then click I will type in the values that I want and click next. The lookup wizard screen 2 of 3 appears. Leave the number of columns set to 1 and click in the first cell in the column 1. Enter the data and press tab, not enter, after each one to remove to the next row. Click next. The lookup wizard screen 3 of 3 appears. Assign a name to the new field, click finish. the column grade appears in the datasheet view. To enter the data, click in the field, the down arrow appears. The down arrow and select the data you want in the field. Field Properties pane. In the design view, the Field Properties pane appears on the lower half of the screen. You can use it to control data entered in a field and the appearance of data on screen. It allows you to specify certain field characteristics and properties, for example size, format and validation rules. Now let's discuss about properties and descriptions. Field size. This is the maximum size for data stored in text or number fields. For text data, the field size determines the maximum number of characters. The short text data type has maximum 255 characters. For number data, field size determines the range and how many bytes can be used for storage. Format. This specifies how data will be displayed. Number and currency formats. You can choose from the 7 predefined formats, that is journal number, currency, euro, fixed, standard, percent and scientific. You can also create custom formats. Data and time formats. You can select from predefined formats, that is journal data, long data, medium data, short data, long time, medium time and short time. Logical formats. The default display is yes or no. Other predefined formats for logical data are true or false and on and off. Input mask. The facilitates data entry and what the user enters in the field. For example, the input mask for a phone number could be caption. This is an alternative name for the field to make the field name for explanatory. It can contain up to 2048 characters. Default value. This value is automatically filled in the field when you add a new record to the table. Required. Enter yes if the field should always receive a value during data entry. The default value of it is no, which means that the field can be left blank. Validation rule. The validation rule limits the value that the field will accept. For example, if the validation rule for a field is less than is equal to 100, it means that the field must be less than or equal to 100. If you enter a value greater than 100, you will get an error message. Validation text. This is the error message that appears when the value entered in a field violates the validation rule. Allow zero length. This property is used for text and memo data types. It requires is yes and allow zero length is no. Data must be entered in the field during data entry. If both properties are set to yes, the field can be left empty. Now students, here we pause our lecture. Do the given task. Allah Hafiz.